Hey everybody, what's going on? Cesternino back for a Club Condo here for episode 10 of Survivor 47. We're back. We're ready to go. Sorry, not sorry. Yes, big episode coming up here tonight, and we've got a jam-packed show here with a guy who's loyal to the soil when it comes to the podcast. It's Chappell. Chappell, how are you?
Rob, I'm good. I am loyal to the soil. Famously, you know, I told you 10 toes down every time. I loved seeing Baby Andy talk about that in this episode because it felt like he was speaking to us, the loyal RHAP listeners.
Loyal to the RHAP soil. Yes.
Right. We've been tuning in for years and we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Okay. And now here's a guy who so excited to have him back here on Club Condo. Last season, he joined us for the 17th place roundtable, but now here he is to talk about 9th placers. It's Brandon Donlon.
Hey, last time I was here, I ended the podcast. I looked at you, Rob, and I said, I'll be back.
Yeah.
This isn't the last time you're going to see me. And look,
yeah,
I got the invite. I got the coveted invite. We all won. I got it.
Yeah. No, it was great to have Brandon here because after the episode on Wednesday, he texted me, loyal to Susan Boyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Famously.
Dreamed a dream. I dreamed a dream of time gone by, you know? My Spanish teacher one time, we got in trouble. Like the class got in trouble. And then she made us watch that. And there was some lesson there. I don't remember what the lesson was, but we watched the audition. I wish I could ask her. Maybe I'll send an email.
It's a viral video.
It was a viral video, especially in 2011 when I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
That's when the peak Susan Boyle, I think.
Chappell, if you have any good viral video recommendations that my kids are like asking me, Dad, show us famous YouTube videos.
They want to see the oldies, right? They want to like, oh yeah, from way back in the day.
Yeah, it's like Nick at Night of like, Charlie Bit My Finger.
Oh yeah, or the who was the person who was smashing the grapes? Or Scarlet Takes a Tumble is a good one as well. Yeah, you can't forget that one. The double rainbow, all that kind of stuff. There are some hits out there. I'm pretty sure we can find some of those and just create a playlist of just here are the viral moments that you might have forgotten from in the ancient days of 2009. Yeah.
Chat has too many going by that you got to give them to me later. Okay.
Evolution of dance, right? We got to.
Yeah, that's a big one. It's a big one. Okay. All right. Brandon, how are you?
I'm chilling.
Donlon.
This is great. Yeah. I mean, that's the last name treatment. I asked for that, but I didn't. I didn't ask for that.
Sometimes you have to just put it down.
I said this. Tyson said this a couple days ago that I said this to him. I'm tired of the new era. People asking.
Oh, hot take alert.
You know, I love the new. I was in the new. I mean, for a minute, I was there.
The new era. You were there.
I don't like the asking for things from Jeff.
Yeah.
Like I think maybe it didn't happen as much old era, but I don't like that. And I love Gabe. And I love the Ray Lewis dance. I don't love Ray Lewis. I don't stand by some of those actions, but I don't like that. Like, can I do a dance? Right? Just do the dance. You know, Rome. Can I sit in your? I think maybe Jeff offered this.
I think Jeff offered. He's not supposed to ask to sit in the seat. He's supposed to get up and push him off the chair.
Go
move,
sit
Jeff. It's my time.
I think you should just do it. You know,
move,
like the night
Jeff. Get out the way.
No.
Yeah, I'm over the asking. I think just, season 49, if you're listening to this and you're watching. Okay.
You heard it here first. Brandon Donlon says consent not necessary.
Nope.
No. And also the new era, he's a little bit over it. Any other hot takes?
Yeah. Susan Boyle, I can give you a couple about SB.
To the soil.
To the soil. No. Consent's awesome. But just when you're on Survivor, not just, but just. This is, we'll cut this. This is fine.
Yeah,
you shouldn't ask Jeff to do anything. Just do the thing you want to do.
Just do it, and then if it doesn't work, they're gonna say no. What are you doing,
Rachel? Take that rice out your pocket. Stop dancing. Emily Flippin didn't ask to dance. She just started to shake. She just started dancing. Okay, and honestly, new era Jeff. He pretends to be spicy, but he's a little bit of a pushover. Okay, I need 4 of you to sit out of a challenge. Really? No. Huh? Okay, can it be 3? No. Can we give you a shot in the dark? No. Can we all give you a shot in the dark? Okay, you crazy kids, do what you want. I was like, Jeff, what happened? what happened? What are we doing here? Yeah, Jeff doesn't demand anything anymore. He just take whatever you want from him. He's
Jeff
fine.
hasn't been too spicy. He like 46 was like peak spicy Jeff, and then I don't know. It feels like has he done anything that spicy in 47?
He had the knife in 47. He was like, don't make me
get it. Yeah.
Don't make me get it. But like he's like a grandparent now. He's like, oh, back in my day, you used to be really strict, but now in this new generation, you don't really, you don't do the things that you used to do. It's like he's not really gonna.
I just thought after 46 he was going to get progressively spicier. Brandon, I thought that the 40s was like an episode of Hot Ones. I thought it was like, okay, all right, we're bringing this one out. Okay, now but they don't go backwards in the Scoville.
We didn't hit the bomb. Normally, around the 8th round you hit the bomb. We didn't do that. No, I think Jeff's maybe transitioned into like a subtle spicy. And again, not to reference Gabe's dance again, but go look at Jeff during Gabe's dance. Jeff didn't love the dance, and he didn't have to say anything about it. He's just in the back.
It was like De Niro face. He was like,
yeah, but not like the De Niro face of seasons past. Just a couple seasons ago, we got De Niro face, which I believe Danny did ask to do.
No, I mean, I'm talking about Jeff's reaction to De Niro face.
Oh, yeah.
And Danny did say like, hey, can I do De Niro face?
Yeah, maybe that's where it started. The asking is like, just open with De Niro. Just do De Niro. You know?
He likes the audacity. Just like step into your own, okay? Be like, we're about to be 50 years old here on Survivor, okay? Survivor 50 is coming. I don't need to come on here and try to prompt the players to do outrageous things. Y'all want to keep this show going just as much as Jeff does. Do your thing. Step out there. Do your Ray Lewis dance. Whatever it is you got to do. And Jeff is going to tell you whether or not it's too far. Rachel, the rice, too far. The dancing, I'll go for it. It's fine. Sit in my chair. We can talk about it.
Yeah. So you reference Gabe said at the end of the episode, I'll be back. What do you think about going completely the opposite direction? What if a Survivor player gets voted out and says, I'm never coming back, okay?
You got me effed up.
I'm never coming back.
You know what? Peace.
Chappell, it's a win-win because either you never come back and they say like, well, they wanted me. I told them I'm never coming. I'm a man of my word. I said I'm never coming back. Or two, like they like, oh, we need you back. Like it looks like that they,
you gotta keep your feet up on his desk. You're like, oh yeah, what the hell, Jeff? It's funny to see you on my phone. Patch him in.
That would be great.
I agree. I think it's like, man, you were such a dynamic character. Yeah, I was, but you'll never see me again.
That's it. I'm leaving. I'm never coming back.
You're like, well, since you say it like that, it'd be cool if we got him back. Wouldn't it be crazy? It's like, yeah, you gotta act like you don't want it. Like, all right, come on back. Yeah, I like that better. I ain't never coming back.
Hey, can I De Niro face it? Oh, you like
yeah.
Pretty good, right? It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
You got to leave them wanting more. My good friend Hannah Rose leaving the tribal council, she yelled, if there's edge of extinction, I'm not going. That's the person I think we've gotten.
Well, right past the sign. It's like, man, I'm not even going to stop and entertain this. Leave me alone.
And you know what? If there was edge of extinction, she wouldn't have gone. She's leaving. She would have been the first person at that little path. Reem gets that torch and she's like, I'm in. Keith Soul, he's in. Banana.
That was a 2-part episode. That was a cliffhanger about
I was like, Keith, please stop crying. It just picks up the
Oh yeah.
He was crying and praying and throwing up. Brandon Donlon, would you go back? I don't think I've ever asked you this question.
Yeah. This is my favorite thing in the world. I'd go back tomorrow.
Would you have gone to the edge of extinction?
1,000% I would. I love the edge of extinction. I did all of my interviews. I talked about how much I love the edge of extinction. One would argue I would have maybe done better in an environment where you just kind of have to vibe for a little bit. I would have loved that.
No challenges.
Win people over.
Yeah, I would have had a Reem experience. I just, I was chilling. The elements were fine. I could sleep fine. I was chilling. So I would have loved an edge of extinction bit.
Yeah. All right, well, let's talk about where we're at right now in Club Condo. And so we just saw Gabe voted out of the game, and Gabe was somebody who was in a pretty good position. I mean, certainly from as the players were looking at him, Gabe had said that he felt like that if he could just get to the final 8, the game was going to be his. This was his big stumbling block to get through. I'd love to talk a little bit about the position of like these front runners coming into the like home stretch of Survivor in the new era. Because Brandon, it seems like a place you do not want to live.
Yeah, I think I mean, referencing your confessional article from
today,
check out the confessional.
Reality TV newsletters. Yeah.
So I think that, the weird new meta we're now in is that you don't want to be like total underdog. You don't want to be top dog. You don't want to be viewed as a top dog. You kind of just want to be closer to bottom than you are top, certainly, but you want to be in that little mid section, if you will.
Yeah, Chappell, if Survivor in the new era was like the NFL, it's like you want to be probably at like around this point in the season, like 5-8. Not a bad place to be if you're a Survivor team.
Yeah, but you still got to make the playoffs, right? And that's the thing. Like, so you want to be in the wild card spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, can they be in the finale?
You want to be like the 7th wild card.
Right, exactly. Can I be in the finale? Sure. Is it? Should we take you seriously in the finale? Maybe not. But if you have this Cinderella story-esque run, then no one can deny you. But you don't want to be the team that everybody either like knows that you're the front runner far and away, or everybody perceives you to be a front runner. That's the problem with my favorite team. Every season we go and people are like, this is the year you got it. And we're like,
they're the Gabe.
No. But we're like, no, don't say that. Don't say that. That's not true. This is not. Stop it. Because
they're doing the Ray Lewis dance.
Sadly. And then, people start watching you and they're like, oh, wait, you kind of look beatable all of a sudden. It's like, no, not that, anything but that. You want to sneak in to the finale because the Tuku's coming in 4 deep. It really did put a target on their back. Like Gabe talks about being in a good position, but he's not wrong. It was always going to meet this one spot where you have 5 people looking at 4 people saying, do we want to keep all 4 of these people here? We would be crazy to do that. He even says it himself. He said, if they managed to let me get past this round, it would be insane for me and my 3 allies to make it to this point in the game. And so they had to shut it down.
Yeah, and shut it down. They did ultimately. That Gabe went home. Brandon, how do you feel about Gabe, the character that we've seen here through these first 10 episodes?
I enjoyed Gabe. I enjoyed Gabe coming in saying he wanted to Mount Rushmore it, right? And he's he's finding idols. Week 1, he's finding idols. And then you get to see Gabe progress. And I think we were building to like Gabe's big move, right? Gabe's Mount Rushmoring. And although I don't think that happened, I think it's an interesting like story in the meta of Survivor and the meta of specifically New Era Survivor, where you have people wanting to come in with blank resume, fill out the resume, get the job at Fortune 500. Mm-hmm. And although Gabe didn't do that, I think it's an interesting case study into like that mentality and that like belief that you can do that. And even, Gabe's last second on the show, his final words, he's saying, I'll be back here. Like I can do it. I will do it. And I think that mentality is something that you have to have in Survivor, but maybe like a little bit less than what Gabe had. Like, I think that there's something maybe missing from the resume of all bullets that like the level of like confidence, you have to be confident, but the level of confidence is maybe something that there's a little bit left to be desired there.
Yeah, Chappell, for me, I think that had Gabe come into the merge, like down in the numbers, like had it been like him and Sue and Carolyn, like his hero, Russell Hantz, that if it was just like them 3 coming in and they could have been sort of seen as a little bit more of like the underdogs, like I think it could have been a different story for Gabe.
Yeah, but that's the problem when, we've been watching Survivor for so long and the primary belief was that you come in with numbers, you want to hit the merge with your tribe intact so you can decimate the other tribe. But now in the new era, it's like, hey,
bizarro world.
Yeah, but you want to have your tribe intact, but only the ones that you like. You're like, I just need these 3 because when we come in, we got 2 other tribes that are going to be like trying to pick off who's next in line. And you're going to say, okay, well, we need to double team the biggest tribe that's left. And if it's you, they're going to start to come after you. And so it felt like they were aware of that. They were trying to mitigate that. Like, okay, if we got to cut somebody, at least we can cut Kyle. Caroline's talking about, well, at least if they start to cut Tukus, it won't be one of us. So they were aware that was the perception. But I think 3 has been winning the day these last couple seasons, Rob, right? Yeah. Ever since Jam Jam, they built this, this structure of like, okay, it's just the 3 of us. And then we saw the same thing with Dee and her crew, essentially.
But that was 4, yeah.
Yeah, but you be willing to cut the one person. Like now, the two cools are dangerous because if they can work together, they're a tight three. Now, I don't know if they can work together because you might not have heard this, but Sue and Kyle, they're not really on the same page.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see where that goes from here with Kyle and Sue, because we had the really great segment in the episode of that Andy goes to talk to Sue. And first off, I think that is a hilarious duo that I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing more of. Brandon, how would you describe the pairing of Andy and Sue?
Everybody dreams in Survivor. If you're the Malcolm, you want to find your Denise, right? And maybe this is the partnership that, some people who have, not to say that they've had difficulty communicating with other people, sure. But maybe they're the secret sauce that each other needs. Maybe they're going to lock in from now. And nothing bonds two people together like an enemy. And although Andy's enemy isn't Kyle, Andy knows that Sue's enemy is Kyle. And that's how you bring people together. Most friendships that I've ever had in my life, elementary school, high school, you get to somebody and then you're like, look at that. Look at who's that?
You know who I don't like?
Yeah. And then you got best friends for the rest of your life. So I'm all in on this strap.
All right. I don't know how this is going to work on the podcast. I cut the whole Sue talking about Kyle segment. And so let's listen in and maybe we pause and stop down and see what's there.
Okay.
Wrote my name down. That's why I don't even listen when he talks. I'm like, I want to kill you, Kyle. He is a liar. Yeah. He does the poor me, the woe is me. How many times do we have to hear that he's poor? I'm a good guy. I'm a dad. I'm a this. He's so hypocritical. None. The sooner Kyle is cut, the happier I'll be. I will give him back his name on a parchment. He wrote my name down. Exactly. He didn't feel bad. Like, I can't even look at Kyle. I hate him. Because he wrote my name down. 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 Because he wrote my name down. He wrote my name down.
Wow. Chappell, could Kendrick Lamar turn this into a Kyle diss track?
Yeah, I don't know. Kendrick got some hate in his heart, but I don't know if he has this much hate in his heart. Like, Sue didn't even need lyrics. It was just the same words over and over and over again. It was like a daily affirmation. She wakes up in the morning just like, I hate Kyle. He wrote my name down.
Yeah. If I could make a request to the Survivor Hive Mind, could somebody auto-tune this and get this out there as a Sue diss track? Like, that would be really incredible. And also,
yes, we do have a Wand-Off coming up.
Yes, the Wand-Off is coming. The Wand-Off, 2 weeks from tonight is going to be the Wand-Off Survivor 47. And you can make your submissions for the Wand-Off. But that one could be sort of like the appetizer.
Yeah, if somebody gets saying, if somebody wants to drop a diss track on here, and it happens to be Sue themed, I would listen to it.
Could we get on this graphic? Yeah, robinswebsite.com/Wandoff. If we could get that call to action on there. Okay. Brandon, what I thought was amazing about that Kyle wrote my name down montage, evocative of an Appy Maria, certainly. So have we ever seen in a montage that we've gone back and cut people who are already out of the game back into the episode? Have we ever seen this before?
And again, I love to be a Survivor historian. I think no. I think this is the first time because I was whiplashed by Tiana. I see Tiana.
Yeah, I think Rome was in there too.
Oh, Rome was in there also. What is very interesting to me is I wonder, does Sue still feel this hate in her heart in the event that Kyle didn't vote for her? If Kyle throws a vote elsewhere, is Sue still mad at Kyle in the same way? Is Sue still mad at the poor me, I'm a dad, whatever? Does she hate him the same level is my question. I wonder, and we'll never know, but I wonder if it's a personality thing that is then compounded by a vote or a vote that then when you're around somebody and they wrong you, it's like everything they do, tweaks.
Well, why else could she dislike him so much?
Well, I mean, she listed different attributes that she wasn't, a fan of, but I think Brandon has a point. It's one of those things where if you dislike somebody, everything that they do would get under your skin, like you over there eating crackers and they're like, look at this bitch eating crackers. That's exactly how it comes off. Because she's like, he's always like, poor me, woe is me, all this other stuff. And those are separate to him writing her name down. So it's like, does she still feel so strongly about him and all those other things she says? Oh, he's always talking about how he's a family man. I'm tired of hearing about it. Is she tired of hearing about it if he doesn't write her name down? I think that, you know, the question is valid.
Yeah. And then here comes Andy with his gas can.
Oh my God.
Trying to make things worse, passing along this little chestnut.
So Kyle, he calls you and Caroline Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Really?
He does, yeah. I didn't think that was very nice.
No, not nice at all. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Do you want to? I want to be like you.
We gotta play What the Bleep with Sue, because we gotta know what she actually is saying in those moments.
Okay, yeah, all right, let's listen back. Okay, Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Nice.
No, not nice at all. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Do you want to? I want to be like you.
I think that's certainly an FU.
Sure.
It could be anything.
MF?
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 I think
Norway.
A-hole?
Yeah.
A-hole? Sure.
I don't know.
Mhm.
You have a third option, Chappell? Could it be anything else?
The whole word is like, it's not like a son of a bleep.
Oh yeah, it's just like a one smooth, like, yeah. I don't know. It's bad. Whatever she's saying, the producers are obviously not like, hey, you shouldn't say that. They're like, no, give us more. Please, keep going.
Is the beeping or the horn, whatever we're hearing, is that new or has that been around before and I'm forgetting?
I think that seemingly new. I think they've done other like devices. They've like sort of like had like a drum beat in that spot. But I don't know why she's getting like the truck horn.
Well, it sounds very fun.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Do you want to? I want to be like you.
This is when
that's just
SpongeBob,
old man Jenkins and his jalopy. That's exactly what that is.
Mm-hmm.
When SpongeBob learned bad words, go watch that at Paramount Plus. You guys have it.
Yeah.
Go watch the episode. They do a similar thing. It's like you hear the dolphin screech or you hear a sound that's like this.
Yeah. I told you it was old man Jenkins and his jalopy. You know, just when you think that he's done cursing, you know, this man shows up in his trash car. I love this, but I love this more for baby Andy. You know, baby Andy's putting his social game to work. He's out here planting seeds now. He's like, hey, I didn't think that was very nice. I was like, oh, I probably would have stopped. I would have broke character if I was. I'd have been like, hey, baby Andy, leave the hating to us. You know, this is tried. Like that was very
nice.
cute.
Okay, so assuming Andy is telling the truth about how Kyle told me that he calls you Tweedledee and Tweedledum, what's with these like Alice in Wonderland insults, Brandon? I mean, why is this a topical reference for Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle just got Disney Plus and he was binging, you know, on the plane over.
Is that what it is? Because he has because he's a family man? Because he has little kids?
Man. Yeah.
You know,
he's
referencing Bluey at Tribal Council. We don't have the votes.
Boy, I tell you, Gabe, he's mad as a hatter.
Well, what is a better you know, insult if you're talking about a pair of people, right? And you kind of want to put them down because you remember, like,
Dumb and Dumber.
That's not that's just as old as Alice in Wonderland, Rob.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's long as heck, bro. Y'all act like Dumb and Dumber is recent. It's not.
It's not recent, but Alice in Wonderland
years.
Is like from the 40s.
I mean, but listen, at this point, once you hit 30 years, it could all just be old, Rob. I'm talking about anything within the last decade or two, y'all. Please.
Yeah, listen, we're going to celebrate. I think we just celebrated the 30th anniversary of Dumb and Dumber. I think Alice in Wonderland, is older than Grandparents.
The book, if it's the book,
the book.
Sue was around for all of these properties. All I'm saying is for her, she's seen them all when they were fresh.
NBC03 says Beavis and Butthead. Chappell's going to say that's old too.
Is it not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm talking, y'all. We can't find nothing from the 2020s, the 20-aughts.
Well, what do you got?
Nothing. That's why I'm asking y'all.
There's no two dumb people anymore,
right? Like
Beavis and Butthead. I will say, because it is a Viacom product, so they could feasibly air that. You know what I mean? That I think is maybe the best that we're going to get in terms of a duo, a dumb duo. Who's a dumb duo?
I don't think we do dumb duos anymore. That's my point. I don't look. Kyle had like 4 references he could have used.
Do we do smart duos?
All right, top 10 most lovable idiotic duos in movies and TV. Okay, this is a list put together by Jacob Cooperman. Number 1, unlike Steve Harvey. One person survey, top 10 answers on the board. Name a lovable idiotic duo.
Give me SpongeBob and Patrick. Are they up
That's
there?
number 2.
Ooh.
Number 1 answer, Lloyd Christmas and Harry Dunn, Dumb and Dumber. Number 3, Beavis and Butthead. Number 4, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo.
That's disrespectful.
Number 5, Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, yeah.
Number 6, Bill and Ted. Number 7, Wayne and Garth. Number 8, Timon and Pumbaa. I don't know. Josh Redgrove and Parker Dinkelman. I don't know this. And number 10, this might be your most recent reference, Chappell. Harold and Kumar.
Listen, all of these references were old. I don't understand why we're acting like any of this is new. My point was, let's not pick on Kyle because listen, you got to reach back at least 25 years before you get your first reference. SpongeBob ain't new. It's been on forever. It's just like Scooby-Doo, and I think it's disrespectful to Scooby and Shaggy. I wouldn't call them dumb. I just, they just be on substances, and that's okay.
As are Harold and Kumar.
Right. Some of these people
need
to be eliminated from the list. Maybe Timon and Pumbaa. I don't know what they've been doing in their spare time.
I don't know.
Yeah. Are Caroline and Sue giving Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Tweedledee and Tweedledum?
What's the lore behind them both? Are they even dumb? Tweedledee?
I think they are dumb. I think Tweedledee
dumb.
and Tweedledum are. They're dumb. I don't know if you can say that anymore.
I don't know what they do that makes them dumb. I don't know what their job is.
I think they can't even put together a sentence.
Oh,
yeah, that doesn't seem to be Caroline and Sue at all. That doesn't.
No.
They're great at Caroline's. They're great at sentences.
I guess I have to agree. It sounds like Andy made it up. It sounds like Andy was just like, she been talking trash about you. So what did he say? He called you, I don't know, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. What? Oh my God, I'm gonna kill him. Because I don't know. It just feels like that doesn't really.
This is Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Right. So you telling me?
I don't know which is which. This does not look like Caroline and Sue to me. Where's the dirt?
No.
What's interesting to me about this particular image is that I do think there is not a single difference, unless this is a spot the difference game. But there's no discernible difference between Tweedledee and Tweedledum, which is something that if you're an Alice in Wonderland aficionado, maybe you'd know.
Yeah,
that looks fun.
Yeah, so it's you have to find an iconic duo, but also it had to be a shady reference to an iconic duo, right? Because you could have pulled y'all are like Thelma and Louise because they're super tight. It's also old. But yeah, I just don't think that we're not giving iconic duos the treatment that they used to have. Brandon dropped Malcolm and Denise earlier, but that's been a long time. Yeah. When are people going to be on Survivor? I need to find the Shan to my Ricard. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just relieved nobody's come out of the woodwork on the Survivor Reddit of here's a clip of Rob C calling Heidi and Jenna Tweedledee and Tweedledum this week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you do that?
I don't think so.
You called them a lot of stuff.
But I would have been 20 years ago. That was a more topical reference.
More timely, for sure.
And if I would have said Dumb and Dumber, then that would have been Chappell, right
in the sweet spot. Right, exactly. Now
it's the name of the episode.
You threw out a Britney Spears reference, right? That was timely. That's a year or two. That's great. I'm trying to think of the last pop culture reference that was timely, that's right.
It's hard because they filmed the season. If it's gonna happen, Brandon, it's gonna happen in the odd number season.
Sure. Nobody on season 47 had the foresight to mention Wicked in any capacity, knowing that Wicked was coming out in the fall. Maybe that's
what people should do. People that are going to play on Survivor 49 should look ahead and be okay, what movies are coming out fall, especially Paramount. Kane kind of did this with the Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Sure.
Yeah, he was on front.
He was ahead of the curve.
He was ahead of the curve.
This is next level of go look at the fall 2025 movies. What's opening? Wicked 2?
Wicked 2. Wicked 2 is this week, next year. If you're in the final 9 alphabet, you got to throw it out there.
Yeah.
Too good. 4 good, too good. That's one of the songs in the Act 2.
Yeah. Let's see. November 2025 movies.
Okay.
And they're only making remakes now. So it's hot IP.
There's a Minecraft movie, but I think that's going to be... There's another Superman movie.
Boo.
Another Captain America. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
Do that.
That's timely, right?
Yeah.
It just came out.
Okay, so there's some stuff. Okay, we'll workshop that. All right.
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah.
Rob, are you impressed with baby Andy now that he's in this position of power? He's talking about how he's like a spider and he's like crawling from his prey to this is his victim and this is his victim. Rob, our boy might be making a run at this thing.
I mean, Andy's in a great position, but I think that Andy, while he probably had the best of the three sort of like monologuing to the camera moments from Gata, I thought it was interesting that we had in this episode, all three of the Gata tribe people each had like their own confessional talking about it's all turning up my way. Everything is coming up me, that I was down, but now I'm back. Really, we had Andy in the beginning of the episode. There's a Sam segment where he's like, Andy wants to work with me. Teeny wants to work with me. Like, should they? No, I'm probably going to betray him tomorrow. But today, it's all coming up me. And Rachel got one of those also.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I love it because the Gatas, they're like Jam Jam's crew. They don't want to work together and they're just being forced in the same space. They're like, God, I keep trying to vote you out. I keep betraying you, and yet here we are. That's going to be that strong three that sits at the end, probably.
Well, that's a great question, Chappell. Brandon, is it possible that we could have an all Gata final three? Andy, Sam, Rachel? Is that possible?
I see it very much. I mean, Chappell said earlier in this podcast that like the three now that is Tuku could run it. But there's already a three that exists. Like, are these three coexisting with the other three? Who knows? My winner pick is Caroline. I can see a world where Caroline jumps over potentially, leaves her three, joins that three. And, there's still 6 days left in the game. And 8, 7, 6 is where you lose the power players a lot of the time. So this is, if anybody's going to strike against the Gata 3, the Gata 3 includes those power players. This is the time to do so. So who knows? It does seem like narratively, though, we are getting Act 3, regardless of what happens, is the story of the Gata 3, I think, with your other characters that are there. And maybe they invade and then they champion this thing or not. But the story, I think, is very Gata heavy.
Yeah. We gotta go back, Chappell.
Yeah. Okay. Go back where? How far are we going back?
That's what their tagline should be. The three of them. We gotta go back. It's like Lost, the season 3. It was the future.
Yeah, they gotta take us back to where it all began, right? It started episode 1 where we had this.
They know each other in the past. No, that's the final 3. We jumped ahead.
Yeah.
Gabe says right when he's getting voted out, like, I'll be back. Right, in his final words is like, I'm coming back to do this. Do you think you have a better shot if we gotta go back? And Gata pitches after the season like, hey, you need all of us. Bring at least the 3, if not, bring the 6.
Bring back John Lovett and Annika.
And Annika, we love Annika. And Sierra. Hell yeah. Congratulations to Sierra on engagement.
Congratulations. So who are they saying this to? One of them wants to go back and they say like, hey, we're a package deal.
We're a package deal.
They can't say no to all of us, right? It's like when you leave class early. Like we all can't get in trouble. So just send it. Say, hey, we're only going if we're all there. And it does the work for them. They already know what they all look like on the mat together.
Are you watching this show, Brandon? That they might be saying that in the group chat, and each one of them is like, I'm the only person that's going to come back. I'm telling them all that it's all good, but I'm the one who's really pulling all the strings. I'm the only one who's going back.
That's why it's great TV. Bring them back. 50. Let's just do a tribe of them. Just throw the whole tribe out there.
And on this tribe, Gata back again. I like it. I have more faith in the Gata 3 to make it to the end than the Tuku, because you think about it. Caroline has already betrayed the Tukus at this point, has betrayed Sue, but also Sue hates Kyle, and Kyle is an immunity beast. And so it's like, if Kyle loses, even if I did have this tight alliance with him, I'd be looking at like, can't let them get to the end with 6 or 7 immunity wins. What are we doing here? We gotta get rid of them.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up, Chappell. So Brandon Donlon, a historian of this sport. Here we have Kyle, 4 immunity wins. Could you contextualize this at all for us?
I mean, pretty major, Like, we only have a couple people in Survivor history, I think. Who has 5?
Who has 5 immunity wins?
I mean, like, are we counting multiple seasons?
No, one
on top of
season.
each other?
One season.
One season. Terry has 5.
Terry had 5 in Panama.
Terry for sure. Does Joe Anglim have 5 in Second Chance?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
I think they got him before he
Did
got
Brad
it.
get the 5 in Game Changers?
Oh, that
Brad
sounds
got
familiar
to 5.
to me.
That is correct.
Brad got to 5.
And is that it? Is it Brad and 5?
Mike Holloway, Ozzy as well.
Mike, Ozzy. Yeah, I'm forgetting. I'm now more invested in people who won 0 challenges. I'm wondering who to fill out in my group chat. So I've left a lot of this. And Colby, yeah,
Did Colby win 5 also?
My boy Tom Westman, I believe, is a 5 timer.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody in the chat knows for sure. Yeah, thank you. Josh Kettles is here. So it's Colby, Terry, Ozzy, Brad Culpepper, Mike Holloway is 5. Nobody has 6.
We got him. Yeah.
I mean, if
Kyle's 2 away.
If Kyle hits 6, does he automatically go to Survivor 50?
You would hope so. So let's see. Colby is going back. Tom's going back. Terry's going back. Ozzy's going back. Yeah, I think that is such a moment if it happens. Jeff makes it such a moment that Kyle then permeates the casual viewer's mind, and then Kyle is on every single casual Facebook post on WC is like, Kyle's it. You got to have Kyle.
I think that's really, there's a lot of stakes in these like next couple of immunity challenges where Chappell, like, it's sort of like that, with all due respect to Kyle, that I don't think that he's on his pathway to win, but these immunity challenges really do hold like a lot of stakes for him, I think.
They do. And because of that, I really think that, someone smarter than me should get into the details of these challenges and find out who is the best of the best. Because just because you win immunity, it doesn't mean that you have an equal playing field across the board, right? I'm not even talking about your competitors. I'm talking about the amount of people you're competing against, right? Is it harder to win immunity if you're at the final 8 versus the final 4? Is it something where we have split the tribe in half and you were only competing against 3 other people? Is there a male and a female winner of this challenge? Like, now that we have the data, somebody needs to go in and figure it out, because Kyle has 4 wins, but his 4 wins ain't the same as Terry's 4 wins. Terry had his back up against the wall for a very long time. Same thing with Tom. Mike Holloway, for the love of God. I mean, his whole story is his back against the wall, but he had an advantage in one of the challenges too. So I think it all adds up. I want somebody to go in and make this granular.
Yeah. Look, the ball is juiced maybe, but if he gets to 6, I think he's going back.
6 is 6, man. Yeah. I don't think anybody would complain about it either. It would make sense. I think something like this is your resume that you go to Jeff with and say, like, hey, I know you want to bring back all 6 of the Gatas, but I have an immunity win for each of them. And you're like, well, I mean, you can't argue with that. You know what I'm saying? Where there's other people where you're like, do you really want to see this person come back? Do you really want? It's like, I got my resume right here. 6 of these bad boys in a row. 6. Well, I guess he skipped 1, but yeah. 6 of them is tough. It's hard to beat.
Yeah, it's in season 50 is, there's a pool of almost 800 people to pick from. If you are the one person who holds a record like that, a record that was just beaten, it's hard to see a world where you're not red carpeted right there. And especially you broke a record a year before the season 50 happens.
It's interesting because it's like, if this was happening like a year ago, I think we'd be like, if he wins, like, who cares? Whatever, It's just interesting with that sort of like backdrop of like, he could be potentially like just punch his ticket.
Yeah, and look at the evolution of the challenges that they're doing. I remember Ozzy just looking like a person that was like, he's built for the jungle. Like, he can climb, he can swim, he can do all this other stuff. Kyle is really good at standing in one spot, and that is cool. And that is a big part of Survivor is balance and, being able to like hold core strength in one spot for a long time. Kyle's great at that kind of stuff. He's good at other challenges too. But like when you start to compare them, you're like, I don't know. I don't know if he could beat an Ozzy in Ozzy's prime. I don't know if he could beat a Mike Holloway. Like, these are questions that I would like to have the answers to.
Well, he easily could have won 5. He easily could have won the one where he lost to Gabe, where it was heads up. But what has he done? He balanced the ball on the bow. He balanced the ball on the plate. That was 2 of them.
Right. And then one of them, Sue really could have beat him maybe, but we don't know.
I think he was
this one, right?
Well, that's when he lost.
Oh, that he lost that. Yes.
That's the one he lost. And I'm trying to think of what
they did this thing. They did the polling thing. Is that right?
they did Hold On, the grip strength one.
Yeah, the grip strength challenge.
That was another one that he won. And I'm trying to think of what the fourth one is that he
I think
won.
I'm conflating this because I think this
you know
is
what?
this
Yeah,
week.
and then that was the one he came in third, actually. That Teeny and Genevieve beat him out on that. So but they've all been like stay still. He hasn't had to go swim or like gather anything together. Not to say that he couldn't do that, but yeah, it's been pretty similar immunity challenges so far here in 46.
We're in his skill set. This is his era. You
We're in
know,
his bag.
They used to say it was like, oh, if you're going to Big Brother, you got to be good at carnival games, you know. And now people are telling you it's the grip strength, baby, here on Survivor now. But there was a time where you had to be able to run and jump and swim, and then like God forbid a puzzle come up. You know, you had to be challenged. Look, we might need reindeer games for Survivor now. You know, in the off season, yeah, Brandon Donlon, the first contestant. You put us up there, put a ladder in there, and say, let's go.
Yep. All right.
Rematch.
Well, we saw the Survivor contestants come into this immunity challenge, and Rachel very quickly ID'd what was going on here.
Good balls, Jeff. I swear.
Yeah. This guy loves balls.
Loves balls. He just can't help himself. When there's one ball, he's like containable. But when you get the two balls, Jeff is giddy. He's like,
maybe this is spicy, Jeff. I feel like we haven't done a lot of this in the new era.
I don't know. I think it feels consistent.
Well, for a while, pre-new era, we were very ball heavy. There was a lot of there was a lot of balls.
And there was a lot of poles too. Do you remember pole? Like, make sure you hold your pole.
Do I remember? Do I remember?
Do you remember pole?
I remember. I remember the pole and the balls.
Yeah, it used to be pole and balls back in the day.
It was and a little bit of a throwback this week to some of that as Jeff described the action.
It just got a whole lot harder with two balls.
Real.
I mean,
real AF. Yeah. Amen. It got really complicated though when he added that third ball. He was like, now grab three. I was like, whew. I mean, how do you even practice for something like this? Dear God.
Not easy.
I've never grabbed three. I'm old.
Yeah, I gotta get a 3D printer for this kind of thing. I'm gonna get Carson on the phone.
Yeah. And then when you have two, the real challenge.
And if they start going in opposite directions, it's even more difficult.
Yeah.
You betcha.
I've been there.
I have not.
Man, what's the answer to that problem?
I don't know where they're going, like all over the place. You know, like I think he even talks about a breeze blowing, like, and if the breeze picks up, I was like, Jeff, please have some decorum. We can see you.
Yeah. You know, and he this is a family friendly show, but you know, just like, and not to reference SpongeBob again, but sometimes in SpongeBob, there's jokes just for the parents. You know, you're watching with your kids and parents are giggling. You know, that's what this is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So there was also a reward challenge in this episode that also featured balls prominently. In this challenge, we saw these survivors have to move like a worm and knock the ball up and down the rolling hills. And we saw some emergent gameplay this week as baby Andy. Look what this guy can do.
It's a grown ass man. Baby Andy don't mess around. He ain't been a baby in a long time. Okay, this is like the third episode of baby Andy just showing you like, nah, stop calling me that.
Mm-hmm.
This
image is a testament to, you know, there are people in this orbit, people who are listening to this right now, you know, 6 months later, could be you. This is the thing, you know, Andy's at the know-it-alls during season 45, right? And then, you know, 6 months later, he's got ball in mouth crawling up a hill, you know? Listen, it could be you.
Brandon, you sound like the Jeff commercials that he does now. Like, and if you too want a ball on your mouth, you get apply for Survivor right now. Get that ball on your lips and push it up the hill. Let's go.
They'll make it slow-mo. They'll really make a meal out of this, you know. But listen, it can happen. It's right here. You know, this is a guy we know. We know him, you know, and he's out there balling it up.
Balls to the face. But what is the strategy here, though? What is he trying to do? Because
I think he's trying to bite the ball.
Is that so? My interpretation of this, and now that I'm looking at the ball, less so, trying to grip like fabric is what I'm thinking.
Well, yeah,
Like
I think it's like you ever play with a basketball in front of a dog, and then the dog is like trying to I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's what's good. That's what's going on. But he did it.
He did it.
Yeah, did he do it?
He did do it.
I agreed, and I didn't think that he did it. But if he did and I missed it, then I retract.
Yeah,
I don't think he did it.
Yeah,
but
he got that they go in slow motion. That they Sam, can we get the GIF of this? See, he gets it.
I don't think he gets it. I think he like puts his face on it.
He ate.
Mm-hmm.
He ate.
He devoured.
Yeah. Look, Lisa in the chat says yes, he did it.
Oh, Lisa, he did it. All right.
Did he do
Somebody
it?
get me the GIFs in the chat. Yeah.
Mike Bloom tweeted it. Mike Bloom tweeted the clip. So go find Mike Bloom's Twitter.
Okay.
Not you. I meant chat. Not
people,
to boss the chat around.
Chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody find it.
All right. Find that for me, and we can see. Okay. Jace says, I'm jealous of the ball. Okay. Jace,
that ball is very dirty.
Yeah.
If I had a little
spray
spritz
bottle.
of water,
Spray bottle.
Yeah. Come on, Jace. This is a family podcast. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, so baby Andy, between this stuff with the ball, did you see last week when it looked like he was kind of like pelvic thrusting the dirt? Chappell,
around town.
I knew he was loyal to the soil.
Oh, yeah. Well, he showed you just how loyal, okay? He's not no 2-pump chump. Says he gets down in the deep, rolling in the deep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Mike Bloom has the trilogy of Andy. Okay.
Of course, Mike Bloom would have all three.
Yeah.
Of the clips
Andy,
on hand.
I don't think he's doing this on purpose. I don't think he knew this was a thing. And then
who could possibly think that to do this?
All right. Yeah, but if he went out there when this was his idea.
Now,
Okay.
the first clip is my favorite.
Yeah. All right. Then this is him loyal to the soil. Okay. And then let's see, did he do it?
He pushed it with his jaw.
It is a long clip. It's a really long clip.
I mean, the ball goes up and over the hill.
Yeah, but he didn't pick it up. Yeah.
It's certainly a strategy.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, and not to be too crass, but I wonder if just like some tongue work would have helped more than full mouth.
I think it always helps.
I thought that's what he was doing. I thought he was going to try to use his tongue as, it's a very strong muscle.
I think you start with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a warm-up.
Yeah.
Warm-up.
Yeah.
Warm-up.
Yeah. And then it gets over the hump, I think.
Yeah.
If you're going to play that, I never played that challenge before. The most disconcerting part of all this was the just amount of sand on Andy and everybody's tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know how you recover from that.
I wouldn't.
It's
not for me.
Tough, man.
Not my scene.
I'd be medevac if that happened to me.
You're gonna want to clean the ball before you lick it. You're just gonna start there. Just gonna make sure everything is nice and sterilized before you put your mouth.
In all seriousness, if I had a mouthful of sand, I think I'm just tapping out. Okay, medical.
Is that where you draw the line? Sand in your mouth?
You're having one grain of sand in your mouth. Imagine a mouthful of sand.
Yeah. I watched you eat like a side of meat with like a piranha with your friends.
Any day over
that
sand.
Was disgusting. Brady, you remember that challenge where he was
I remember it well.
Pulling it out of each other's teeth with their mouths?
You're on like the Ocean City Beach in New Jersey, and you have a water bottle, and there's a gust of wind, and it gets all up on the water bottle.
Forget it. Throw it in the garbage.
I mean, that's the worst thing in the world to me. That's awful.
Oh no, I'm sterilizing that bad boy. I'm spit on that thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. The reward that the players went for, Jeff set it all up so nice of what there was going to be a reward for them at the, of course, beloved sanctuary where good things happen. Yes. Okay. But check out this dessert. Okay.
You'll have juices, you'll have iced tea, and for dessert, cake.
Okay. Cake. It's pretty good. Okay. I feel like that Jeff doesn't always give, I think cake would have sufficed, but no.
Want to know what kind of cake?
What?
Cookies and cream.
Come on now.
Come on now. Get hyped for cookies and cream, family. Like, Jeff was hyped. So I'm thinking they're going to bring in a whole smorgasbord. There's going to be this huge ass cake that comes out. And he pulls this little Five Below cake from underneath like this little bitty cake that they found. I said, why is this cake so small?
Why do you call it a Five Below cake? Because it's from the store Five Below?
Yeah,
do they sell cakes at Five Below?
If I wanted
I've
to
never
buy that
seen the bakery
cake,
section there.
Listen, if I wanted to buy a cake that size, I would be like, yeah, maybe I should go to Five Below. It was like a little nothing but cake, one of them buttettes. Like it was really tiny. You know,
it was like a large cupcake, is what you're saying.
It wasn't a typical.
Come on now.
Cookies and cream. Come on now.
He says it with the gravitas like he made it, like he had a hand in making it, you know, and he didn't. As far as I'm aware, he didn't.
Maybe he did though. Maybe he did because he he doesn't ever just really lean into like, and guess what, Kai? But he's like, yo, y'all gonna love this. I put my foot in this cake.
Brandon, could you ever imagine if that at a reward challenge, Jeff like earnestly says, and I baked the cake that you're gonna eat at the sanctuary. Like, I think everybody would just be like losing their minds.
Come on now. Yeah, you'd hope.
Come on now.
You know, I guess the worst scenario there is if Jeff is present at the sanctuary and watching you eat it and it's not good. And then you kind of have to, he's doing that. And then you kind of have to just, you know, it's like when Rachel makes the whatever she makes in that Friends episode, you know, the English trifle, I think. Then you know you have to shove that thing in there, you know,
like,
not like the ball, you know.
Yeah, Jeff, this is so good. I love this. And poor Sam, he's not even a Kiwi guy. You think he's a cookie and cream cake guy? He's probably like Jeff, like spitting it out. He's got his napkin, like, oh, that was so yummy. Scooping it on the floor, hoping the dog comes and eats it. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to go to Tribal Council. We had this very fun back and forth with Genevieve and with Gabe coming into this Tribal Council of who is going to be the person that's ultimately going to go home. They both seemed to think that it was going to be them. And Genevieve just had so many great reactions at Tribal Council this week. I asked Sam to, can you get me a slideshow of all of Genevieve's facial reactions at Tribal Council? Okay. I don't know what we do with this.
Okay.
But I have I think we have 9 facial reactions from Genevieve. Could we caption these?
Yeah, like are you picturing like the memes from like 2012, 2013, like that feeling when you know?
Right. Yes, this is actually the Big Brother Instagram was doing this. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is Chappell? What is this reaction she's having?
That feeling when your balls separate on the plate and it gets a little harder than you thought it would.
Yeah,
it's hard to balance.
It just got a whole lot harder with 2 balls.
Yeah, that's that face. You know, I remember way back in scary movie days, you know, where they would have like the ghost face mask would get all high, and he'd be like, "What's up?" Like that's kind of how she looks too. Like she's very pleased with herself, even though she's not pleased in the moment. It could be misinterpreted as that.
I don't know, Brandon. I think what about this one is when your best friend asks Jeff if he can hit a dance real quick.
Ooh,
yeah. I think it's skewing a little too happy, maybe. But this is maybe that feeling when you just saw your friend hit the Ray Lewis dance.
Real quick. Yeah. Real quick. Okay, all right. Next slide. What happened next to Genevieve?
Oh, wait, this might be what I said beforehand. This might be Ray Lewis.
This is how you really looks like. You want to do what? You want to do the Ray Lewis dance?
I think
what?
When you're sitting next to Sammy Liotti at the wedding.
When you're sitting between Q and Sammy Liotti at the wedding. It's like, what is happening?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Genevieve got the glasses on. Okay. All right. What's this one?
This is, and I won't say Sammy Liotti, but this is when the feeling when the person who's annoying you at the wedding gets up, they go to the buffet table. So you have that, like, you have the 2 minutes of a break, like the, you know, you're like,
You gotta get your mind together. You gotta get your mind right.
That's what this is to me.
Okay.
The feeling one.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all you need.
Is this cake from Five Below?
I didn't know they. I didn't know
Is
they
it
had
cake from
that.
Five Below? Do they have
bakery
cake at
section?
Five Below?
Cookies and cream. I might be a cookie and cream guy. That's how it looks. Jeff made this.
Hey, what's this one?
I don't know.
This is when, the day after Thanksgiving, you have like the leftovers downstairs and you don't want to wake everybody up, but they're in that really loud, like tinfoily thing. And then you open it and then you're like, shit, it's 11. I'm getting a brownie at 11 o'clock.
Trying to get into the croissants, but that plastic thing.
It's from Costco. It's fucking so loud. It's a different decibel level. And you're like, fuck.
Right.
It's 11 a.m. or 11 p.m.
Love of God.
This sucks. That was already as a caption.
Yeah. I was say, I think this will speak for itself.
Yeah.
When was this? This is, I guess,
I think they must be counting the votes. She's like, can I look?
Like,
yeah.
Can I look? Yeah. Uh-oh.
That's the feeling when the edible kicks in. Ask me how I know. So I've read.
Yeah, and then last one. Whoa!
Still the same.
It's the feeling after the edible kicks in.
Yeah,
it's not when, but it's after.
Yeah, seconds later.
Okay. There's all about Genevieve. A lot of talk this week also about Saul and his Luke at Tribal Council. Brandon, I can't remember first of all, I don't think I ever can remember a male juror, I don't want to say objectified, but thirsted for in the way that Saul coming in as a juror has been. I can't think of a person.
I tweeted this when Saul got voted out, which is even before this craziness, is that I have never seen near 100% approval rating for somebody on Survivor in many, many years. Mm-hmm. But like I have friends who are not in our orbit who watch the show. My mom, everybody is hundo P in on Saul.
It's hard to get 100% approval rating. Yeah. Because to get 100% approval rating, you need everybody. You need like the earnest fans. You need the ironic fans. You need the casuals. Like there's a lot of, it's a big tent that we have here in Survivor Nation. And Saul is just like, check them all off.
Yeah, got us pinch your tits. He comes in his vest, and I mean, I've seen the timeline went wild. The skeets were skeeting on Blue Sky. My skyline was full of skeets.
Yeah, people skeeted hard after they saw.
Listen.
It's and not for anything. The Hundo P approval rating was before the vest. The vest only the vest like licked the envelope to send it to whoever.
Well, send it.
Send it. Shout out to Sam Smith.
Do we
don't do that?
Do we have the Saul vest image anywhere, Sam? Not Sam Smith.
I will give both of our jurors some credit though, because even last week, Sierra, when her walk in, people were like, "Sierra's walking in like a woman on a mission." I said, "Yeah."
Well, you know what, Chappell, they took the walk-ins away and then they brought them back this season.
We missed them,
and I must have missed the clamoring for "let the jury walk back in."
But aren't you happy it's back?
I'm happy it's back. I'm just surprised because I didn't feel like that it was like they're correcting something that I don't think anybody was asking them to fix, but it's been a big result so far.
I'm loving it.
I think that the general Survivor rule, I think, for me and just observing the online community, if you bring back anything that has gone away, people are going to dig it, and I think this is, I didn't see the clamoring either. I love that it's here. I just, my question about Saul is, I wonder if our outfits escalate. Are we going to have the same reaction every week? Is it going to be a good, because now, he's got 6 more tribal councils.
All right. So what does Saul do to top this next week? Sure. Does he come in? Okay. So here is Saul on the jury.
Yeah. And he looks oiled up too.
Right. Yeah. Everybody was like, why is he so wet? They both are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess they both are. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't looked at Sierra once, to be honest. It's just Saul I just saw because Sierra's beautiful. But
Yeah,
it's, you know,
and I don't know if
Saul's
this is like some combination of like the bug spray and then also it's raining. So maybe that might lend to the glistening look here for our jury. But what if Saul comes in next week? Okay, just no shirt, bow tie.
He has to be glistening though. It's part of the outfit. When I was in college and we would have toga parties and stuff like that, you knew who was taking it seriously because not only did you have a toga, but you have to take some time to baby oil yourself up because you know the muscles and stuff really start to pop if you glisten. You know,
Q4 has been horrible for baby oil. I feel
it's really been like it needs to make a comeback, and it's gonna take a lot. It really is.
Also got to do it. Yeah, I mean, I like my mind went to no shirt bandana, but no shirt bow tie. You have to be no shirt and then an accessory, a tasteful accessory. I like that. You know, bow tie work.
Yeah,
like a sash.
All right, so
not
we'll
like
see.
a stash, but
We'll see what Saul comes in with next week. If he's, or maybe he comes in with like, what if he just came in like full like tuxedo?
Yeah.
Like came in fully dressed, but like tailored down. Like he'd have to get it tailored today though, because you know he probably lost some weight on the island.
Like
but,
tuxedo, no tuxedo shirt, just full tuxedo and the bow tie.
Yeah,
Jeff might piss himself. You know, he's like, "Whoa, hold on." Yeah,
because Brandon, back in my day, you know what you used to do for like you really want to make an impression on the jury, like have a mustache.
Yeah.
That was like it. That was it. We were out of ideas. Like what can we do on the jury? Like maybe you should like shape our beard into a mustache and like have like a really long mustache.
Are you at the Amazon Final Tribal Council with a mustache? What was your facial hair for that? Do you remember?
I did have a mustache. Here's like that when I got voted out on day 38, and as Chappell mentioned, we did have a toga party, and we were like hanging out that night, and I went in and I had like clippers and I like shaved like my beard off, but I still like I left the long mustache. And we were hanging out and drinking, and then Mark Burnett was hanging out with us, and it was like the jury and like the Ponderosa people and Mark Burnett. And Mark Burnett said to me, I had my mustache. She's like, "Rob, you look gay like Freddie Mercury."
You were like, "Thank you." God,
I was like, you know what? And I bought. It was the early days of like the internet. I hadn't really like Googled, you know, Freddie Mercury, but
super handsome. You know, I watched the Bohemian Rhapsody. I watched the biopic.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like I took it as a compliment.
But you look gay like Freddie Mercury, I guess, is a fundamentally different compliment. But it's Freddie Mercury's handsome,
right?
Freddie Mercury was beloved.
Yeah. That's you can't get better than that.
Yeah,
they cast Rami Malek to play him in that movie. Rob, you think you're a regular Rami Malek?
They did.
Yeah.
Look at Mark Burnett.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could find that picture anywhere, but that was it. That was all we had. Let's make a mustache.
I like when the players have a big reaction to the people in the jury, like looking like themselves, you know, because it's been, you know, well, back in the old era, it had been several weeks since you'd seen these people, you know, looking like themselves. Now it's been like, you know, 6 or 7 days. But back then it was a whole thing. I remember Davey walking in and people being like, "What?" You know, like, you know, he cleans up pretty well. There's been a bunch of really big reactions. I think there were a few, like I think when Andrea walked in, we might have got a big reaction from one of the amigos in that episode. That'd probably be a good list for Mike Bloom to go through too. Brandon, I'm sure you can help with that too. The biggest reactions to the jury walking in.
I think this feels like the biggest one for sure, but there's got to be smaller ones. I mean, they show Teeny's shocked. Teeny's looking like, wow.
Yeah, it's like y'all just saw this man like a couple weeks ago. It wasn't, you know, he I mean, you just saw him yesterday, but he looked like this like a few weeks ago. It wasn't that long.
He's got Riz, this guy. Saul's got, you know, unlimited Riz.
Yeah.
Unlimited. Wow. Wow.
Unlimited.
Unlimited aura points and Riz.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I love aura points. Aura points is my favorite. Is it Gen A? Who's on TikTok? Who's making up
Gen Alpha? Yeah.
Gen Alpha. Aura points is so funny to me. I see a TikTok and I'll see negative aura points in the comments, and it tickles me. It makes me laugh.
All right, let's talk about another big story this week going on about we have Sue, and lots of people are wondering, hey, every podcast around, people want to know what's going on with Sue. Why is Sue so dirty?
Carolyn said that she had been contouring. Was this makeup, Rob?
Yes, makeup. That's what she is doing, I guess. I didn't know that this was a thing, but apparently that these Survivor players are very resourceful and like making makeup out of the stuff on Survivor. Who knew? By the way, the very fun interview with Carolyn. If you haven't checked that one out, I really was very proud of how that one came out. But check out what Sue had to say. Sue tells us, just so everyone's aware, I never have and never plan on killing anyone. It's all love. Welcome to the game of Survivor. It's all love unless you write my name down.
She's like,
So that was not the tweet I thought it was. I thought I was pulling up the tweet about her makeup.
So she has confirmed that she's been using the dirt as makeup. Because I know Carolyn said it.
Yeah, here
Carolyn
it's a different tweet. It's a different tweet.
Certainty.
Yeah.
I was like, that they talked about it?
Yes. Okay. All right. Like, here, hold on. I went down a rabbit hole of Sue's Twitter about talking about.
Oh no!
Talking about the dirt.
We can't see her likes no more.
Sam, where is the tweet about Sue talking about the dirt?
I think it's innovative to sit around and think, okay, I got all this time. I wonder if I can yassify myself with a little mud on the face, before the tribal council.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rob. Did Carolyn say? Did Carolyn also do this? Did Carolyn contour with dirt also?
No,
she
Carolyn.
Said she did the smoky eye, right?
She said she did smoky eye with the charcoal, with the embers, I guess.
I just don't be putting dirt and stuff like that on my face on purpose. Like
Is there a Survivor makeup artist? Is that a profession somebody's had? I feel like it has.
I think people have had it, but really for like the live reunions and stuff.
Was somebody on Cook Islands was a makeup artist, right? Or am I making that up?
Rebecca Borman came up in my Google search. So I believe.
I think we're aligned on this one. Yeah.
Rebecca Borman, makeup artist.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we did it.
Look at that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. Here's the tweet from Sue, not the one about how she's not seriously going to kill Kyle. She said, "Don't mind the dirt on my face. Just recovering from the motherquake. This is the aftermath of what a tsunami looks like. Also, I was learning how to contour with the dirt. Tune in tomorrow." Now, I will say that this is giving a little Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Not that I don't think that either of them are dumb, but it does look like they're wearing like the same
outfit.
It's for that insult. This is too similar. Yes. This is
from when we brought up the pictures of food. So I don't think that they like finish each other's sandwiches or sentences, but I do that they do look a little bit like they're like an Amazing Race team.
Sure. This is what they put
This is like a mother and daughter Amazing Race team.
And on this leg of the race,
Okay, I mean,
this picture here is egregious because Sue's tweet is like, "Don't acknowledge the thing on my face," and like, the dirt, don't pay it any mind. Like, ma'am, it's all I can see is that you have. Don't. What are you talking about? Just contouring. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. It's not Tweedle dirty.
That's very funny. Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
National Emergence May. Is that anything? Motherquake.
Yeah. Why is she that she's just recovering from the motherquake?
Who sent this tweet?
Sue did.
No, she didn't.
Don't mind the dirt, just recovering. So, but who was the motherquake? What Caroline did?
Rob.
Why is she recovering from the motherquake?
This is like that time you let Dominic tweet for you, touch grass, my G. Like, that's how this feels. Like, somebody take that phone from whatever Gen Zer that was. Like, the tsunami. Like, ma'am, use some
tsunami's good.
Tsunami to wash that off your face.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. Just fell in the motherquake. That's all this dirt on my face. You see it, get into it. That's me, the tsunami.
Motherquake, tsunami.
Just recovering from the motherquake.
Right. What?
Yeah. Is there an
Gen Z bot
aftershock
did
coming?
this? Yeah, I don't like
Ooh,
this.
That's a good line.
Mm-hmm.
That's still 150 is the aftershock. That's what goes through.
Aftershock.
It's like you thought you had
Yeah,
them
because
under
people
fight.
will need like taglines for like when they like, you know, like this, like the Sarah Lucina, like game changers of like the first time I played like a cop, but now I'm going to play like a criminal. Like people need
Ooh.
to start working on their
Do more taglines. Go.
Yeah.
Do more taglines.
Can I actually not to step on the bit here? I am a copywriter for work, right? This is what I do. So I'm just, if you think you're going to season 50 and you don't already have your tagline, like just let me do it.
You'll do it
but
for
just pay
free.
me. Oh,
For free. Whoa, hold on, baby. Wait, hold on.
I mean, okay.
For
All right.
a nominal fee.
A commission.
For a fee.
A commission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, while you're doing stuff for free, Recap Kickback doesn't have a tagline.
Well, I think everybody needs one really, because it's like if it, you know, they'd like maybe you get a good enough tagline, maybe they're like, so now we got to use you.
I mean, remember Sandra? Last time I was mean, this time I'm meaner. Like I think that
you
goes,
need
that goes
like
down in
you need
history.
to like have good branding.
You gotta
like
have
the
good branding.
Housewives. Like I'm Cerie, I got off the couch. You know, I'm Oprah in a Superwoman suit. Or what is it? A Superman
Gangster
in an Oprah
suit.
Gangster
Yeah,
suit.
gangster in an Oprah suit. Yeah, something like that. You know,
Gangster.
gangster in an Oprah suit. Brandon, can you think of any more off the top of your head?
Of people
but
that
like,
already
we got like, but like random
Established
people.
Taglines. Yeah, like none of the
That's a
goats.
fun game.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
oh, I'm Abby Maria. If you F with me, you're dead. You know, like
with
that's
me, you're dead. That's a good one.
You're dead. That's a good one.
So if we bring back Brad from 41, what's Brad's? You know, I'm thinking
Everybody always wants seconds of broccoli.
yeah.
That's good.
This
That's
time I'm
good.
cleaning my plate. You know, last time I only took a bite, but this time I'm cleaning it. Yeah, I like that a lot. This is fun.
Yeah. Everybody always asks for more broccoli.
Yeah.
Famously. Yeah, give us another rando.
Oh yeah, pick somebody from the new era, like Hannah Rose. I'm out. Peace.
Every time I think I'm out, they keep pulling me back in.
Banu winning a million hearts. You know, like
This time I'm going for 2 million hearts.
I'm going $1 million hearts and $1 million. You know,
Yeah, I think he's still kind of working towards the million. I think he might, last time I was for 1 million hearts. This time I'm here for 1 million hearts.
Still trying to get that $1 million hearts, y'all. Less than
Hannah Rose like the chewing tobacco. She could be like, chew on this. You know, she could be something, it's quick,
Yeah. Okay. So look, those taglines, everybody needs to be tweaking those and getting them ready to go.
I actually think that's a really good idea. You know, they should because everyone needs a good soundbite. You know, I think that's part of being an iconic character is that like when you mention the character, we all can point to the thing that they said, or the thing that they did that made them stand out. And a lot of times it's just quick, you know what I'm saying? But Boston Rob, I'm carrying my family on my back, something like that when he comes back for the 16th time.
Yeah, he didn't even get that till the 4th time. You had to,
so
even
long.
if it's not your first time, you got to throw it in there. Malcolm doesn't have one. I'm just thinking this is my last one, but I don't know if Malcolm has a good one.
Looking for my Denise.
Oh, I guess sure. Yeah. Golden Boy, he was that.
Yeah.
There's something there. Malcolm, if you're listening, and I know you are, DM me.
You need one.
So this season, looks like we have some version of the Ponderosa video is back here on Instagram. That throughout the new era, the Ponderosa videos have been a little sparse. And so they've been like dropping things here or there. And so we do have our first video from a jury member. And we have Sierra. Brandon, did you have a chance to watch this today? Congratulations to the newly engaged Sierra.
I'll be honest with you. I liked it, and you can see that I liked it under the likes there. I didn't watch it, but I was otherwise engaged. So I love to watch it. I love to watch it now.
Now, how do you know that she's not saying a bunch of things that you disagree with? You just like without watching?
I'm a big
What if she has all cold takes?
Yeah, or she could be just talking badly about me. I never know. Nobody would tell me.
Like, hey, Brandon Donlon like this.
Okay,
I'm curious to see what she said.
All right, here we go. Hey, everyone, it's Sierra.
It's Sierra, and I was just voted off of Survivor 47. feeling the gratitude, love, and support. But I'm also feeling a little betrayed and sad and frustrated and just confused overall. I truthfully think Andy was the main decision maker in sending me home.
I feel like this is the first step of me taking my.
That's not good for Andy.
Not great.
Or is it? Or is it?
Maybe claim your move, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
The first person in Ponderosa does set the tone. So if Sierra's setting an anti-Andy precedent,
agenda,
not good.
Yeah.
But
do we know that?
We don't know that at all.
Yeah,
like,
no,
if
I'm saying
come in who love Andy, then there you go.
Can we poll the first jurors of Ponderosa and like really get down to the nitty gritty and be like, what were you thinking? Were you coming in like with an axe to grind? Because we know like Chaos Cast said it, but that's Chaos Cast. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we need a bigger sample size for our research.
Sure. That's a very interesting. That's something I'd like to see.
I mean, who is the mayor of Ponderosa in Survivor 41?
Tiffany Seeley.
Yeah. I mean, and that was such a that was lopsided. I'm trying to think of like if there was a close vote. I mean, in your season in 45, is Kelly the mayor of Ponderosa?
Caleb is the member.
Caleb.
Caleb. Okay.
He's not coming in
and he voted for D, right?
He votes for D. I'm thinking now. 46 is Soda, who I believe votes for Charlie. I think could be wrong. So maybe it doesn't matter. 44 is Matt Blankenship, who does vote for Jam Jam.
I think well, but we also have to bear in mind, like, did Soda have like a real like horse in the race? Like, was Soda disparate? Like, if it's somebody who's like sort of like I don't say Soda was like indifferent, but like for Soda, like Charlie, Kenzie, Ben, like, you know, it wasn't like Soda was like, oh, I hate one of them.
Sure. Yeah, that's interesting data. Shout out to Survivor Fact Checker. Maybe that's something.
Yeah,
okay.
I like all this stuff.
Here, okay. So, all right. So we get to see a little bit of Ponderosa here.
My fate into my own hand.
I think he's a little brat, and he's...
Oh, Andy is brat?
No. Hey, Brad. It's not the same.
This video does predate Brat Summer. And little does Sierra know, she did compliment Andy Brat. People
were
killed to be brats.
And he played it off so well. Survivor was way different than I expected it to be. I thought I was going to come out here, dominate this game, be able to detect when somebody's lying or manipulating me. And I'm like, holy crap, these people really got away with like...
The emoji are out of control.
Right. Someone is
emoji everywhere.
That's a dedicated job.
Could get away with murder. And now I'm here at Ponderosa, where I was crowned Queen of Ponderosa, where I'm going to lay down the rules for all the members who come.
Is there an upgrade from Mayor of Ponderosa to Queen of Ponderosa?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a hierarchical change there that I guess.
Was this a coup? Did Sierra just declare herself the Queen of Ponderosa?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think so. Her being first and declaring herself the queen, she establishes that this is a monarchy. Whereas the mayor in the past, I think you have to retroactively vote somebody to be the mayor. You know, like just because you're first doesn't make you the mayor. People have to come in and be like, all right, we concede.
Hey, when you're fed up with the administration, you just do what you want, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta take it. Yeah.
I'm enjoying the jury. Of course, the Queen of Ponderosa needs her queen drink. Hola! Hola! So my prediction...
What? How about this drink? Is they just have these ready to go at Ponderosa?
Like, do you want a coconut? I know where we can find some.
I was never given that.
You never got that.
This is a different property also, which is a fun story. But
okay.
I was never given this.
Okay.
Prediction for the sole survivor will be either Teeny or Sam, because they are just kick-ass people. They're playing the game hard. Just go ahead and submit the video. I promise you it's worth it. It doesn't matter what kind of background, history you may have in your life, experiences. Send in the video, give it a try. Otherwise, you'll never know.
They have a heavy bag also?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Question.
Are we seeing a decline in Survivor applications? Because I've never seen Survivor push so hard for people to apply for the show. Every episode, Jeff is just like, see how they gave up their shot in the dark? You too could do something like that if you apply. And now they're playing videos of contestants saying, send in a video. Are we hurting for contestants here in a new era, Rob?
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like that we're constantly like bombarded with people who are dying to go and play. I think that they just feel like that if they don't keep up like a critical mass of getting like a certain number of applications, maybe they feel like that something's gone wrong.
Yeah, I think they got the most that they had gotten in many years for 45 and 46, I think. But I've always assumed that the push has been because they're getting a lot of similar applicants and they're trying to widen the net to folks who otherwise would not apply. Because I think, when you watch the videos, I don't do this, but I assume that you can tell like a first time applicant, but in the way that the video is not like, quick. And I wonder if this push is for folks who are just following the Instagram or watching passively. I don't know that, but
I want them to get a lot of applications to where maybe they can increase the number of contestants we have on the show. I would love to see something like that, especially when
how many contestants do you want?
1,000.
Not that many, but I think for like
you want like a Squid Game?
No, maybe no. Survivor 50. I think that like we have so many all-star potential people. There's like to be like, and we're gonna narrow it down to 18. I'm like, I can do 24. 24 wouldn't be awful. And so I think after that you set a baseline and just say like every season, because we got 90-minute episodes now. We're not even working with the same.
You want to do 2 tribal
frame.
councils?
I'm just saying, sometimes we do it anyway with the 90 minutes we have right now. We could make this happen. If you're going to be asking for all these applicants, give them a shot. People are like, I applied for 9 years straight. 9? After 4, these people should just let you on. Like, all right, whatever.
Brandon, I say, let's leave it at 18, but do like 2 or 3 episodes, like American Idol style of let's see all the worst applications. Let's see, like, Jeff's like, all right, everybody wants to be on Survivor, but here are the people that were the absolute worst. No chance. Roll the clips.
William Hung, baby. William Hung in a buff. That'd be awesome. Yeah, I think there's something to that. I don't know why we don't do more of that.
And then let's follow them through casting. Let's see like see like the top like 32 in Hollywood.
And people do go to Hollywood. You do go do a round of casting in Hollywood. Some people.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be exciting.
Yeah. There's the TV show Endurance that was on for children. It was like a children's Survivor, early 2000s on Discovery Kids. Shout out. They had a round. They would bring 24 people, but they would do like a qualifying challenge where they would wipe out 6 from the jump. Not good for your boy potentially, but could be something. We'll fly 24 people out, give them a day to all get ingratiated, and then like you got to hang on something. First 6 people to drop, they're not playing. Could be something.
All right. Here's another
season I'm on.
Here's another tweet from this week. Here's Teeny, who said, my only thought was, why does Saul and Sierra look like they're from the Capitol in the Hunger Games? Like, what?
What? Yeah. They're giving district, I don't know what the rich district is, but there's a district that's super rich. They're giving that one. Chappell, do you know that?
I don't do the Hunger Games. It's Cactus Evergreen?
Cactus.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, and Peter.
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of movies, we were talking pre-show about like, hey, what do I talk about on Club Condo? And Brandon had an idea.
I did.
You want to talk through this idea? I think the listeners like when we try new things.
Sure. Listeners, we're going to try a new thing. This past weekend, a film came out, Wicked, based on the Broadway show Wicked from 2003. Everybody's seeing Wicked. I don't know if you've seen Wicked. Listen,
I haven't seen it. No, I heard that I wanted to see it, and then I heard it was 2 hours and 40 minutes, and it's to be continued.
It's to be continued. And the second one, Act 2, is going to be the same. It's a 5-hour movie. You have over 5 hours.
Like the Survivor finale is to be continued, but at least they shortened it.
And they're going to show it to you next week. I got to wait a year to know what happened.
A year.
I did not know the runtime sitting in the theater, and I saw it at 10:30 at night. I got back to my house at 2 a.m. That's crazy. We're not going to talk about me. We're going to randomize a random Survivor cast, via Brant Steele. And we're going to go through each person, and we're going to decide whether we think, as a collective, they've seen or they haven't seen Wicked this weekend.
We're not going to do a Brant Steele, although I guess we could at the end see who won the season.
Let's just see who wins.
We'll just see who wins, but we're not doing a whole Brant Steele. But okay, so we're just using like the randomizer element here. I have not ever done this before, but we're going to get 16 people.
Can I submit somebody? I know we're doing random, but Rebecca Boardman's name did come up. I just feel like we got to give her something.
Okay, do you think, as a practice one, did Rebecca from Survivor Cook Islands go to see Wicked this weekend? And bonus points, chat, no spoilers, but if you can find their social media and tell us yes or no, that would help.
I feel like Rebecca did. I feel like she might have stepped out. She likes
Rebecca,
makeup.
via her Survivor wiki page that I just looked at, she lives in LA. She's a makeup artist. Like, I feel like there's
makeup artist
from her. You know,
okay.
She's probably seen Wicked.
All right, but that's the exercise. Okay, here we go. Submitting choices now. Boop, 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 boop. Hold on, and I got all like blank images. 911, Brandon, what do I do? Okay, let's see. Change to specific shows. I have to do what Brandon taught me to do before, and then Survivor US, right?
Survivor US.
That's what we want. We not sequester access.
Don't do sequester. I'm
gonna Pirate Master.
We can do that. Kendra Guffey, she's probably seen Wicked.
Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, we got a good list. Okay, here we go. All right. Let me see.
Let's see it.
All right, let's start with our first group of people, and I think I'm going to try to like narrow it down to just groups of 4, so that so I don't give away the whole 16. Okay, this was a totally randomized list. Okay, and so let's start off with somebody who got mentioned a little bit last week due to the big Netflix fight. Okay, Brett Closer. Did Brett Closer, t-shirt designer, and I guess we can open up their wiki to see if there's any clues as to whether or not they could have gone to Wicked. Okay. Brett Closer. What do you think, Brandon?
I don't want to, poison the waters here. I feel like I don't know Brett from the time that we spent with Brett in the fall of 2009. I don't know him to be a pop culture guy. I don't know him to be a movie guy. I know his t-shirt company was like nonprofit, which that's not a congruent judgment. I just feel like he's not tapped in. I feel like Brett. I don't know if Brett knows Wicked came out. That's my final answer.
Yeah. He's very religious guy that we know of. He's also left-handed, so I don't think he.
And I saw some posts that very religious people were not liking Wicked because it's about witches.
It's wicked.
People took their kids out. I saw TikToks. Said, we're leaving.
Yeah, Brandon Donlon. There's only there's not that many left-handed Survivor contestants. That's how I remember that Brett Closer is one of them. Yeah, you as well.
Yeah,
but there's
and also according to the Survivor Wiki, he's currently based in Amsterdam, Netherlands, and works as a web designer. So if he's out of the country, probably didn't. Probably 0-for-1. Did not go to see Wicked.
Yeah, I don't even think they get Wicked until March.
He's not Mike Tyson. He's Brett. Okay. All right. Second person. All right. Janine from Survivor 43. Did Janine go see Wicked?
I feel like we could get the answer to this question. I was like, Brandon,
because if people are going to Wicked, they're posting about it.
They're posting about it. I talked to Janine on Saturday.
Yes.
I saw Wicked on Friday night. It didn't come up. But you know what? Everybody in New York City is seeing Wicked. Like, I feel like everybody that
is that where she lives?
Yeah, she's here. She's somewhere.
Can I tell you that she was, I thought, really great on the live show?
She's fantastic. She came in with takes. She
came in with takes. I would have her back on the podcast anytime.
Yeah, agreed.
You could have her on to talk about Wicked. I don't think she's seen it yet. I think that's my final answer.
Okay, so he has not seen it yet, but will see it.
I think she will see it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Next one, Jen Brown.
No.
Jen Brown's the coolest Wicked. Yeah, she hates the movies. Yeah. She hates institutions.
Yeah. Hot take. Jen Brown has seen Wicked, doesn't remember she saw Wicked.
Or she would never admit it.
Yeah.
Even
she
if
might have seen Wicked,
she would never tell us.
Does not recall if she had seen Wicked.
Sure.
Okay.
I like that better.
Yeah. And I don't want to get too far ahead of this, but there is no world where this next person
JP Hilsebeck?
No world.
Did JP?
Yeah.
I don't think he's seen The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. I don't think he saw Survivor before he participated in it. I don't think he's doing or since. I don't think he's doing a lot of media.
He is famously a firefighter. Scarecrow does not like fire.
Sure.
Scarecrow wanted a brain.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dot.
Mm-hmm. I think that I'm gonna go no on JP final.
Okay, no. So far nobody has seen Wicked. All right, next four. Next four coming out. Yeah. Okay, here we go. First up, John Rocker. Has John Rocker go to see Wicked? I think John Rocker recently active on Twitter. It looks like that as of somebody sent me on X.com. I know Chappell, you're not there anymore. No. That as of after the first week of November, for some reason John Rocker activated back on X.com. He is back. I do not believe he has posted any takes yet about Wicked.
Has he posted things about other stuff that would infer you to believe he hasn't seen Wicked?
Any reason he would wait until now to come back to X.com when a lot of people are leaving X.com around the same time? You don't think anything that John Rocker might have said or done that would make that really seem attractive to him?
I don't know. He implied that the world was black and white and now suddenly it's back in color.
Is there a chance that he posted about Wicked on Truth Social? Do we know?
Potentially. So I'm going to say no. John Rocker did not go to Wicked.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have John Rocker's tagline for coming back for Survivor 50?
Yeah.
Well, his pinned tweet, I believe, is I'm back, motherfuckers. So that's like a spin on what Gabe. It's pretty good. It's a spin on what Gabe said. You know, instead of telling Jeff I'm not coming back or I'll be back, you just say I'm back, Jeff. Back, motherfucker.
Yeah. All right. How about Kelly Zarnecki? Don't confuse her with Kelly Sharbaugh.
Is this from Gabon?
Kelly Zarnecki. This is Gabon Kelly.
This is Gabon Kelly. Yeah.
Bro, I could, for $1 million, I would have never guessed her name was Zarnecki. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm going to say yes. I think she saw it.
I would bet Hundo P yes here.
Yes. Okay, what do we know about Kelly Zarnecki that would lead you to believe that?
I remember she lived in Chicago.
Yeah. I met her in California.
Okay. So so she lives in cities. Okay, now what else about Kelly Zarnecki says, like, I saw Wicked?
They do a whole thing every March in Chicago. The water's green. Maybe that's Wicked adjacent.
I accidentally clicked on Jacqueline Berg on the Gabon wiki. Okay.
Sure. Happens to all of us.
Yes. Okay. Survivor Wiki does not have a lot of trivia about her. She was the youngest person to compete on Survivor Gabon.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. But Jay Carwell says, yeah, Kelly saw it and wore green and pink. Is that official?
How do you know?
Is that confirmed?
Yeah. I didn't know that she had social media, Jay Carwell. Right. I'm shocked.
Okay.
I'd be shocked if that was right.
Let us know if it's confirmed. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you find that? Drop her socials. Not we're not gonna put it on the YouTube, but we would like to click the Instagram page. That's crazy.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Rafe Judkins, big Hollywood bigwig.
Rafe
definitely saw Wicked, right? He probably was at the premiere.
At the green carpet. He was there. Jay Carwell said they made it up.
Made it up. But good enough.
Good enough for us, Jay Carwell.
Yeah. Okay.
Good enough for us.
All right.
This is important to us.
All right. Interestingly, Semhar. Did Semhar go to Wicked? Okay. Now, Semhar is a spoken word poet, an artist. Sure. I think Semhar went to go see Wicked.
She's like the type to not go to like see stuff when it's popular, right? Like
maybe not opening night.
Cool to go see it soon, you know. It's like I'll get to it when I'm done doing my poetry or whatever. Like I feel like she went, but like, or she's going, but maybe not like this soon.
Okay, yeah. All right, did not catch it opening weekend for Semhar. Yeah. All right. Next 4 coming out. Here we go from the opposite tribes. This is first off, let's just talk about this as a tribe. Okay. This is a hot mess tribe.
Tribe.
Is Kelly Zarnecki our first boot here? That would be very sad. I think Jim Brown might quit.
Yeah. You know, John and John are getting on fantastic.
Yeah. The Johns are definitely like making a run at this.
Poor
Rafe is hating life.
He has nothing. He has nothing to work with here. Like,
Semhar also. I feel for Semhar.
Yeah, the Johns and Jen Brown like have a tight final 3.
Justice for Janine. She was robbed.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's then check out our next 4 coming out for the Tagi tribe. Okay, here we go. First up, Brooke Struck. Did Brooke Struck go see Wicked? Why not, right?
Who? Yeah, she's got kids.
She's from Vanuatu.
No,
I'm sorry. Yeah. Guatemala.
But really, you know, one in the same.
Look, same era.
Same era.
I know who she is.
Of course, she's lovely. I've met her. She's very, very nice. I met her long before I was on the program. I do know that we're friends on Facebook. She has young children, so I imagine maybe a family night at Wicked. I can
see post about it on Facebook. Come on, Brooke, step it up.
Here we go. This is an interesting one. Beast Mode Cowboy. Did Beast Mode Cowboy go see Wicked?
He actually might have gone to see it. He's an interesting guy. You know, at first glance, you would think like he wouldn't like that. But at the same time, we've seen layers of Beast Mode Cowboy on Survivor and Big Brother. He could be convinced.
I'm gonna go no here, but I could be wrong. You know,
Brandon, is one of his best friend's sister is in the movie.
Is that right?
I mean, Frankie Grande, Ariana Grande. I feel like he has, check it out. He knows the family.
He could have asked Frankie for tickets, and Frankie's like, just to the AMC? You want tickets to just go see it? And then he's like,
you want to use my movie pass? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm voting yes. Rob, you got to break the tie.
Did Caleb Reynolds go see Wicked? No, I don't think so.
Boo. I think he went to go support the
I don't think he
Grande
went this
family.
weekend. Maybe he'll watch it eventually. Okay.
Maybe.
All right. So from Beast Mode Cowboy to Survivor Cook Islands Cowboy.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna go no. I don't know. No. I think he's no longer in this country. I don't think that,
Oh,
Cowboy? No.
Moved?
I don't think so. We were friends on Facebook also, once upon a time.
Yeah. Now, he too, like Dorothy, had like a dream that was very vivid and explained a lot of things. And Yule was there, and
it was definitely a bad
Kenner
wind.
was there. Yeah. So and there was a bad
tornado.
wind, like the tornado. Yeah, that's pretty good. But I doubt Cowboy went to go see Wicked this weekend.
Yeah. What do you think the last movie Cowboy went to go see?
Probably Dumb and Dumber.
I was thinking Karate Kid. We're on the same page though. Something a long time ago.
Something not super recent. All right.
No.
Chappell. Oh, boy, Brant Steele really came up with some good ones. Hot Cop Dan. Did Hot Cop Dan go see Wicked this weekend?
Do you have a date to take to see Wicked? That would probably make the decision for him. I think he went if he's in a relationship. I think he went.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think he liked it.
No.
I think he went. I think he was pretty negative on the car ride home, but I think he probably saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's probably seen it.
Minna says Hot Cop Dan is married.
Oh, look at that. So maybe they want to see it.
Congratulations to Hot Cop Dan.
Nah, he saw Gladiator. I think the wife went to the Wicked
he had the
theater,
choice. Yeah, he had to choose.
Yeah.
Okay, and last four for Wicked. Okay.
He has one of the
all right, the back
Survivor
row of
stories I've ever
Wicked.
heard.
All right, we're gonna start off with Jatia. Did Jatia go see Wicked this weekend?
He might have.
I think so.
I can see a world where that's true. Yes. I think this is the most exciting. Like, we could find that out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Whereas some of these people, I don't think so.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Monica Padilla. Did Monica Padilla go see Wicked?
I don't know. Rob, Monica's from your neck of the woods, right?
I think so. Well, which neck of the woods?
Well, I remember y'all talking.
She used to live in California when I lived in California.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You since moved, but yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe she's still.
I think so. I think I could see her going to see
For
it.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Sierra Dawn Thomas. Okay.
No.
Did Sierra Dawn Thomas get out to go see Wicked this weekend?
I'm gonna go. That's a no in their household. I feel.
Yeah?
Like. I feel like I don't know if the witchcraft is landing.
Fan favorite?
Yeah.
Sierra Dawn
like
game changer.
Game changer. Yeah.
have a watch list that doesn't allow certain couples to go to movies in public, and that you just, I wouldn't bet on it.
All right, so that's a no-go. And then finally, Wes Nail.
Absolutely.
Big week for Wes Nail. It was 10 years ago that Wes Nail got voted out of Survivor. Josh Wigler and I will discuss Wes Nail's boot episode from Survivor San Juan del Sur. Did he celebrate by taking in not 58 chicken nuggets in 5 minutes, but did he celebrate by taking in Wicked?
Oh, Wesley.
Defy gravity. I believe he's also married, so I can see a world where this was date night. This is a cute date night.
I can see a world where Wes does not go on that date night. I don't see it, Rob. You have to break the tie again.
Wes did not go to see Wicked.
No.
And that he famously loves other forms of entertainment. That he's not a movie guy; he's a TV guy.
What about the episode of 2.5 Men when you were naked cooking pancakes or something, or
Cooking bacon.
bacon?
Right. That was fun.
That's awesome, dude. I love that show.
TV guy.
TV guy.
Yeah.
Remember that
Okay.
episode?
What a
Naked.
tribe! Also,
Yeah, this season's crazy.
this season is pretty crazy.
I think your winner is on this mat, and I don't know
Yeah.
what that says about about how the game is gonna go.
Mm-hmm. Hey, not the first time Sierra Dawn Thomas has heard that said, Chappell.
And it wasn't talking about her both times.
All right. So should we just go to the finale part 1? Because this is also a 2-part finale.
Should we pick a winner? Can we all?
Oh, who's your winner pick?
A winner?
It's hard to not pick Rafe, but like I don't see Rafe surviving that tribe. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lock in, and I'm gonna go. You know, I'm 11 years old on September, I believe 25th of 2008, and I'm watching Kelly Zarnecki, and I'm locking Kelly Zarnecki in as my winner pick. And maybe this is what it was all for. I say at my tribal council, like, I didn't need to be on Survivor for now. Like, it's what comes after. Maybe
Who you got, Chappell?
New
Chat,
era
you can
queen,
lock in too.
New era queen Janine. I'm going with Janine.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
I'm going with Janine.
I'm going with. Give me Brooke Struck. I think she's gonna be under the radar. She's not gonna.
She's gonna beat the radar, just like
she's gonna
they did in
beat the
Guatemala.
radar. Just yeah. Okay. Here, let's jump into episode 10. Okay, let's just see where.
She's
What?
taking a part of the winner of her season, taking a little piece of the winner's game from her season.
Okay, here's the final 7. It's
Janine!
Caleb, Cowboy, Janine, Jen Brown, Kelly Zarnecki, Monica Padilla Semhar. I'm out. Women's Alliance. Watch out, Beast Mode Cowboy
Rob
and Cowboy.
Lovecraft.
The Cowboys versus the Cowgirls.
That's great.
Actually, all of the women from that original Pagong tribe stuck together and got rid of John Rocker and those guys.
No one is shocked. Poor Rafe. He was like, what's happening?
Poor Rafe. He was collateral damage. Yeah.
Rafe might have quit. We don't know that Rafe didn't leave.
All right, let's go to part 1 of the finale. Okay, the final 4 ends up being Cowboy, Janine, Kelly Zarnecki, and Monica Padilla. Okay.
Pretty good picks, I must say.
Pretty good picks. Okay. All right. Kelly wins immunity. All right. Let's go to finale part 2. Final 3 ends up being Cowboy, Janine! Kelly. Okay, Janine's out. Cowboy, Kelly, and Monica Padilla.
No, Monica's playing for the 3rd time. This isn't fair.
Monica wins the final immunity. She votes out Kelly.
This is bullshit.
And it ends up being
She's a 3-time
Monica
player.
Padilla versus Cowboy.
This is her coronation season, Brandon. You know, she's like Boston Rob.
All right. Is anybody interested in this?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we got some people.
Okay. And the winner is Cowboy.
Cowboy won. Wow. Bitter jury. Robbed God.
Yep.
That was
Inventor
great.
of the back door.
That's exciting.
Inventor of the back door.
Yeah.
Plant voodoo, baby.
I don't think he invented the back door.
Flush the Idol is
That
the
was
Idol.
Nokomis,
Yeah, that was
right?
Nokomis.
No, I saw online today that actually they were talking about it in season 3. They just never got to pull it off. I mean, season 4 they just never got to pull one off. But they had already started like the rumblings. Yeah, it was Erica and that cop guy, the FBI agent. What's his name?
Jack.
Him.
Jack.
Yeah,
Jack.
they were talking about it. Yeah, I saw a live feed clip from the Reality Kingdom earlier. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, Little Big Brother history for you.
Okay.
Nokomis saw Wicked. Jack did not. Finally.
Nokomis definitely
Yeah.
saw Wicked.
and what about Cowboy from that season? Her brother.
Oh yeah, he has not seen Wicked.
Yeah, none of the Cowboys did.
I don't want to know what Cowboys watching.
Yeah. What about Danny McRae?
No.
Oh,
Dan
I can
McCrae
see
is
that.
not.
Kiki, right? Kiki might want to see Wicked.
I don't think Kiki wants to see Wicked.
I'm just trying to go through all the Cowboys that are left.
Oh, ha.
Jimmy Johnson.
Wait, Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
Nah.
He might have seen it.
Jimmy T.
Jimmy T, no.
No.
Hey,
He might say he might use the word wicked.
Did anybody on that
wicked
season
pissed.
of Survivor? Did anybody on that season of Survivor watch Wicked?
From Survivor Nicaragua.
Yeah, any person.
That's a tough Wicked cast. Brenda, maybe.
Brenda, maybe.
Maybe
But
Marty.
Other than that,
Marty did not see Wicked.
Marty.
Maybe.
Marty appreciates the arts. He likes chess.
Mr. Artie. Okay.
Artie.
All right. Brandon, anything else about Survivor 47 that you want to talk about at this hour?
I'm so thrilled. Can I plug something else that's not?
What is it?
It's so I got really into John Lovett's podcast, Love It or Leave It. He has like a live show every week where he has
it's very fun.
And it's really fun.
It's really
and if
fun.
You miss, I didn't know. I knew loosely who John Lovett was. I listened to Pod Save America before in passing, but never intensely.
Yeah.
And John Lovett is so funny. I think that if you are interested in if you miss him from the hour and a half that you saw him, Love It or Leave It.
Yeah. No, he does a really good job. It's a fun live show. Very, very good joke writer. And so it's very, very fun live show. So good plug. All right. Anything else that you want to talk about?
I will be back on...
Like Gabe.
Rob is a podcast tomorrow, sooner than when Gabe's going to return to anything. I will be back tomorrow to talk about the Dancing with the Stars finale right after it happens.
Oh.
Where I think we're going to be celebrating Joey in his Dancing with the Stars championship. That's my hope. I'm voting for Joey.
Joey who?
Joey Grozade from the Bachelor franchise.
Yes.
And Joey can dance. If you haven't seen a clip of Joey dancing yet, throw in YouTube Joey dancing.
Does he say like, hey, can I do a dance real quick?
He's never.
Can I hit a dance?
Never in the weeks that they've danced has he asked the Carrie Ann and Naba, "Are you cool if I do this real quick?" He just does it, and that's the initiative we all need to take.
Yeah. Okay. Let me talk about a little bit of what I got going on. And so in the morning, I'll be defying gravity as I head home for Thanksgiving. But then right after that, I'll be heading out to Houston, and you can be there too in about 10 days, Chappell? We'll be back together for RHAP live in Houston. Go to robiswebsite.com/Houston for that. On Tuesday night, we'll be having a special patron meetup as well, and I'm very much looking forward to getting out and saying hi to everybody. Then on the confessional, wrote a little article about why it's not so hot to be at the top of the tribe on Survivor at this point. Really, everybody's jockeying for being on the bottom of the tribe. You can read more about that at Reality TV Newsletters for free. Then 2 weeks from tonight, the Wand-Off is coming up. Send those into robiswebsite.com/Wand-Off. It'll be myself and Chappell and Josh Wigler here 2 weeks from tonight for the Survivor 47 Wand-Off all season long. Anything from this season of Survivor, we'll be hearing about it from the very talented artists of Rob Has a Podcast Nation. Then I had a great conversation with Carolyn the other night. Chappell, you checked that out with Carolyn?
Of course I did. It was a great podcast. It was fun listening to Carolyn Weger to give her insight and, catch us up on all the things she's been working on her podcast too.
Yeah. And so really fun chat with Carolyn. Got into some of the conversations that she's been having on her podcast. She recently spoke with Russell, got into a little bit of what that was like and everything else going on with Carolyn, who is just one of a kind, one of the faces of the new era Mount Rushmore, as far as I'm concerned. And so check out what she had to say on a great interview on RHAP. Then Chappell, tomorrow night, what's going on? The draft is coming up. Draft check-in.
I haven't said this aloud to anybody else, but I am not looking forward to this. So in any other situation, I'd be like, all right, yeah, let's talk about the draft. But I have to go talk about the draft tomorrow. It's going to be me, Puya, Shannon, and Taryn. And Shannon thinks she's going to win. She thinks Rachel is going to win the whole game. And so they're going to have to come and listen to her explain all the educ and all this other stuff behind us. And then Taryn has all three of the players on his draft board. Oh, my God. It's going to be disgusting. I'm going to be fighting for my life, y'all.
Yeah, so let me what's the lay of the land here? So I'm out.
Taryn? Yeah, you're out.
I'm out. So then I wasn't allowed to be on the draft check-in.
No.
Taryn has Andy, Rachel, and Kyle. Puya's sitting pretty with just Sue. Liana has Justini.
No, you were reading this wrong. Taryn has Andy, Genevieve, and Kyle.
What'd I say?
Rachel. I was like, you're confusing.
I'm sorry.
me.
I meant Genevieve.
Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. I thought you were
I'm sorry if I said. I'm sorry if I said Rachel.
No, it's fine.
Taryn, Genevieve, and Kyle.
Yeah.
Puya has just Sue. Liana has Justini.
Right.
Chappell has. You're not bad. What are you complaining about? You got Sam and Caroline.
Okay, Rob. You come talk to Taryn with all three.
I'm not allowed. My team is out. I'm not allowed to be on the draft check-in.
Well,
Those were the rules.
For me. That ain't the rules.
I was like, hey guys, when can I be on the draft check-in? Like, no, you have no people left. You can't be on the draft check-in.
Want to be?
I'm like, I desperately want to do it. Please let me be on the draft check-in. Like, no.
You can sub in for me at any point. Listen, it's going to get ugly because Shannon, she thinks she won. She thinks she's got it. She's ready to. She's already gloating in our DMs. And Taryn had 3 of the last 5 Big Brother players this season too. He's out of control. I'm going to be in there, in over my head. So tune in. It should be fun.
You know, I'm not. You guys won't let me in, and I'm going to have so much FOMO when I see in my podcast feed that there was like 3 or 4 hours that I could have gotten to be a part of.
I'm going to be there for all that. I'm going to be out like Hannah Rose. Peace. Say my piece and get the hell out of there. No, this is going to be wild.
That's going to be tomorrow night. Is that live?
I think so. So
tomorrow at 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Taryn,
all right.
Puya, myself,
put the coffee on. It's going to be it should be a long one.
It will not. Trust me. I will make sure of it. Can I host it? I'm gonna host it. That's how I'm a moderate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Chappell, what's coming up for you?
This dang draft you just talked about. Like, oh man, it's gonna be ugly. I got a lot going on.
Not fair that I'm not allowed to be on it.
You keep saying that, and then tomorrow when I'm just gonna send you a message like, Rob, take my spot. I know how bad you want it. But I'll be there, of course. And then you can catch me on RHAP in various locations. Our Nothing But Netflix episode dropped this weekend where we talked about Sexy Santa Claus again. We did Hot Frosty, and then we back.
Brandon, do you know about all these thirsty Netflix movies?
Sexy Santa
I know about Hot Frosty. There's another one.
Yeah, another one.
Gentleman.
The Merry Gentleman. Everybody is like, thirsting for Saul, thirsting for like all these Christmas characters. And we talked about Hot Frosty last week, Sexy Snowman come to life. And this week we talked about The Merry Gentleman. Chad Michael Murray is part of like a male, what do they call it? Male review?
Yeah, a gentleman's club, if you will.
Yeah. Ladies come in and watch these guys. They're all dressed like Saul on the jury dancing.
Right.
So what would you recommend I watch tonight?
Watch Hot Frosty. Hot Frosty is charming. Merry
sexy.
Gentleman we didn't like as much.
Sure. But great podcast over on Nothing But Netflix. We have both of them that should be out right now. Check it out on Nothing But Netflix and make sure to subscribe to our Nothing But Netflix feed to keep up with that. And then I think I gotta do Nothing But Netflix again next week. I'm gonna try to do some more Christmas stuff. And so be on the lookout for more of that. And then the Recap Kickback content as well. RecapKickback.com. Go to youtube.com/@RecapKickback. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, show your boy some love. So that Rob will keep, having me back here on Club Condo. So make sure y'all handle that so I can come back and do this. Thanks. That's it, Rob.
Okay. Fun Club Condo tonight.
Always. Thank you so much, Brandon.
Yeah. Thanks so much for the chat. Came along for the ride. I'd love to read your comments after the fact. Let us know how we did. And then Wednesday night, I will be live after episode number 11 of Survivor. And we haven't done this before. Brandon, you're a big proponent of this, of multiple survivors on the podcast. We're going to talk to 2 people from Survivor 46 on Wednesday night. We're going to check in with Tiffany and Hunter together after the episode.
I love that. I'm such a big fan of like, bring a buddy with you. Bring a buddy.
It's the holidays. It's like
holidays.
Our Friendsgiving.
Yeah. I'm a very big proponent of it. Hunter's great. Tiffany's great. It'll be a great podcast. Hopefully you get a great episode. Nothing like dinner conversation at Thanksgiving. This year it's going to be tough for some folks, but if we get a good episode, it won't be as tough.
Yeah. And then I will have Survivor Know-It-Alls with Steven coming up on Friday this week after the Thanksgiving holiday. And stay tuned for we figure out when we are going to get the patron Q&A coming up this weekend. Okay? Thank you so much for joining us. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.